Okay, Snow Walker here. Today I'm going to talk about the longbow. I talked about the recurve, the reflex deflex. Now I'm going to talk about the longbow. So this is my longbow. It's 70 inches AMO from the string measured along the back to the string. This bow is a custom bow. It was built by Yellowstone Custom Bows. I think it's out of Lovell, Wyoming. I can't remember, but I think that's where it's from. And I found their ad in a traditional archery magazine. And so what I did was I called up, Rich Wormington. I talked to him. Told him the bow that I wanted. Told him what I wanted to use it for. I gave him my draw length. I told him how the weight of the bow, what it needed to be, so I could hunt with it out here. And I gave him the names or the types of woods that I wanted him to build the bow out of. And he built this one extra long. He has jigs that he builds his bows into, and he had to. I don't know if he built a special jig, or I think he modified a jig is actually what he did to get the length I wanted, because his bows were not 70 inches. His biggest bow, I think, this is the Yellowstone Express. I think his Yellowstone Express bows run 68 or maybe 66. This one's 70. So he had to do some finagling, but he built it longer. Because of that, this bow is now, it's my favorite bow to shoot. When you pull it, the angle of the string, because the limbs are so long, that the angle of the string where it meets your fingers, it doesn't really crush your fingers. So I can get a really good release with this bow. This bow is not as fast as the smaller bows, which is generally, as a general rule, the smaller the bow, because the limbs are shorter, they can snap back faster and you get a faster arrow. Of course, the recurves are supposed to be some of the fastest. So if you get a really small recurve bow that's fairly stiff, a fairly heavyweight bow, it should be a very fast bow. But they're not very forgiving. If you have a bad release, which can happen quite often, it just messes you up, and you fling an arrow off somewhere you don't want to fling it. So this bow I'm pretty consistent with. I need to spend more time behind it, but this is a bow I think I'm going to pretty much use, for the rest of my life. And this is the one I'm going to hunt with. So the three types of wood that this bow is made out of, actually I should say the three types of bow that the limbs are made out of. Let's see, I chose yew, because that's the bow of Europe. That's the bow making wood of Europe, I should say. And it's a good bow. It springs back good. It doesn't have much memory. It's pretty fast wood for quick limbs, and it's the wood that most of those British or English long bows or war bows were made out of, and are still made out of. The self bow, the self long bow. And also that's one of the woods. Another wood is osage. Osage is a wood that's more common here in the United States, and it's what the Native Americans were making their bows out of. That was their best wood, one of the best woods that they made their bows out of. And then the third wood is bamboo, if you call that wood, which is what some of the bows in Asia are made out of. So those three make up the laminates on the limbs. Now a lot of people may say, well, this isn't really a true longbow, because it has somewhat a reflex deflex design. The longbows traditionally are a little more of a D. You make a little more of a D, and the self bows, if you could cut a cross section and look at the limb, that would also make a D. So this one's a little bit of a reflex deflex in it. It has a shelf, so it's it's a modified longbow basically. It's custom longbow is what it is. So this one is a 51 pounds at 31 inches, 31-inch draw. Most bows, when you read the poundage, they're based off the 28-inch draw. So I really like this bow. This is my favorite bow. The only thing I've really killed with this bow is grouse, but I've killed quite a few of them, and they're the best eating there is wild game, anyways, in my book. So, but hopefully, maybe this summer, I mean this fall, maybe I'll get a deer or an elk or something with it. So I have 5 stumps picked out from here that I can hit. I position myself where I can hit these. So I'll whip a few arrows in and we'll be done. Okay, hit all but one, the first one. It went a little low. Actually, I think I skipped and I think I hit the first one, but I'll have to go check it out. So I really like the longbow. It's a great bow. Very forgiving. It's not the fastest shooter, but as far as the 3 bows that I have, the 3 types of bows that I have, it's the most accurate and the most consistent. And it has enough power and enough speed to kill. So this is quite a bow, my favorite bow. I really like it, and hopefully it'll give me a lot more years of service. And that's about it. Till next time, this is Snow Walker. What should I say? May your arrows fly true.